Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is a special segment I like to announce every time I come on here called On the Move. If you didn't know and you're a cross watcher, I have a Monday segment, which I run down the week, so to speak, that weekly rundown that shows us where we are astrologically for the week. But this On the Move segment, hi, my name is Sonia Marie, by the way. This On the Move segment is designed to kind of just talk about whatever is on my heart and soul and do my best to plug in some astrological understanding, knowledge, truth, information. So that's what I attempt to do today. However, today was special. Hi, Nicole Butler. Hi, Sassafras. Hello, William. Walaikum salam. Bijou, what's happening? Love's love. El Bell. I'll talk to you soon, young lady. Good to see y'all in here. This broadcast I entitled Speechless because I actually am. I'm a little speechless, although I will talk. Um, and I'm doing my best to choose my words carefully. So again, to run down the spiel real quick, this On the Move segment was designed to just express what's on my heart and in the moment, and add some astrological information to it. However, oftentimes I must say I use this platform like a soapbox, and I step on it like that corner preacher handing out pamphlets. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Katrina, Mishi, Tiana, what's up? Aubrey, how are you? Oh, True Empress, what's happening? Isn't that dope? I love when God works like that. True Empress, for real. So oftentimes I use this platform as a soapbox, again, like that corner preacher handing out pamphlets telling you to come to my church. I'm just joking. But no, for real. And I think this today is one of those days. However, I'm gonna do my best to implement some astrological understanding in it all. I'm speechless, y'all. I'm tired. I'm speechless. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm elated that certain things are coming to an end, but also choked up in my heart. Definitely no pun intended. I'm kind of in my heart space because I'm feeling the emotions. I'm feeling other people. I'm feeling a collective consciousness, and I'm speechless because I believe in my heart of hearts where we're going is a really, really cool place. The space in which we're going to help design based on what we do today, I really believe it's going to be one of the most magnificent spaces for our children to flourish in, for us to take a deep breath in. Um, it's going to be a space of abundance. But truthfully, what I also feel in this moment is a gearing up of 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 soldiers, a gearing up of information and communities of love, um, a gearing up of some frontline shit. And I don't want to make this heavy, and I don't necessarily want to give voice to the pain and the culprits and the systems that cause the pain, or there's some huge components of the pain, because then I'll start ranting and raving. And that's not the purpose, I don't think, as I'm listening to spirit, of coming on here. The purpose really is to hold a space for us all to feel the swelling. The swelling is necessary. The speechlessness is necessary. Although it's incredibly full of angst and uncertainty and misunderstanding and downright like anger fucking up somebody kind of feel. Like, I don't know what the word was for that. I couldn't get it quick enough, so I just said it how I felt it. There's magic in this speechlessness. There's opportunities to gather our thoughts and our purpose, grab our babies, become clear, extremely clear of the people we work with, the people we eat with, the people we sleep with, the people we depend on. It's about clarity in this moment when you're speechless. I know I'm kind of like drifting, but are y'all with me? Are y'all understanding kind of where I'm at and the kind of space that I want to hold for us in this moment? Yes, yes, y'all. Anybody? I want us to be all right with being all right and being emotional and whatever it is that you're feeling in this moment. It's part of the process. Thank y'all. I'm glad y'all get it. Hi, Aubrey Mac. Hi, Moni Love. Hi, Arista, Miss Green, I believe. Not sure how to pronounce your first name. Love to all of y'all. I just wanted to come on here in my speechless space and say it's okay to feel that so we can make the right choices. So we are not sacrificing ourselves, as I oftentimes feel like I want to do. And this may take a sharp left real quick, but just roll with me. I'm going to put some astrology on this in a minute. But you know how sometimes, I don't know if you feel this, but sometimes I feel like I could sacrifice myself for the good. Like, if I'm going to say what I'm going to say, if I'm going to feel what I'm going to feel, if I'm going to be true to myself and true to my God and my ancestors and my guides and the people that I roll with, I'll die. Whatever it is I need to do in order to get God's truth out the way I see fit, I'll do it. Because at the end of the day, this place that we are living in ain't the place, right? As I do thousands and thousands of readings, and I tell my clients this all the time, they're having fun on the other side. They're not in a world in which people are tearing each other apart. They don't believe in that. They believe in the universal concept of love, and they give each other space and reverence to a higher order, to a higher order. So I feel like that sometimes. I feel like if I got to go out there and do it, I'll do it. But in this speechlessness, in this space that we're holding, it really calls for us to be quite honest with you, to be quiet, in my opinion, just for a second. Do you understand that? Just for a second. I'm not saying hold your tongue for a lifetime, hold your tongue for the next month. I say hold your tongue to gather your thoughts, to gather your emotions, to make a plan, to understand that you have a purpose and you have a space in this ever evolving, ever collapsing environment that we're living in, right? And you have to plan, we have to plan how we're going to implement ourselves in that space. Instead of being so rah-rah about it, or overly emotional and passionate about it, or having a stand that's going to taking a stand that's going to hurt ourselves or our children or our environment or whatever. Does this make sense to y'all? Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm ranting. I'm on the soapbox because I really believe in feeling what we feel. I'm a big proponent of that. I'm a Cancer. Emotions are everything. Emotions are those waves that we ride to get to the shore. You try to chop through those waves, you're actually gonna drown. I'm doing this, speaking this to y'all so we don't drown. So we don't drown. We have plans. You know who you are. And if you don't, figure it out real fucking fast. Because when Mars goes into Aries, very soon, when the combustion continues to unfold, really soon, when this virus wants to show its head again, really soon, when more and more systems begin to implode, really soon, you have to know who you are. You have to rely on the shine that you give. Nobody else can give that to you, can sell it to you, can inject it in you. It's you, or else you and yours will fall completely apart. Please hear what I'm saying, y'all. Please hear what I'm saying. Speechlessness is necessary every now and again to feel the feelings and ride this wave, to implement a plan, to attack in a way in which they don't see you coming. That's the spook who sat by that motherfucking door. And if y'all know what I'm talking about, look up the book and the movie. Do what you need to do. But that's how we're going to rise above and over this thing. Because in my opinion, it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. So how are you shining? What are you doing? How are you implementing this thing? Bust it. You already know we're in Gemini season. I'm looking at the current chart right now. North Node, of course. Mercury, of course. Venus, of course, is going retrograde in Gemini. The sun is in Gemini. But you know what I did not realize? As I was looking at the chart, deciding, God, okay, you want me to get on here, but I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's why I was like speechless. But show me something I can point out to the folks. There's a dope ass asteroid called Vesta. Do y'all know what Vesta is? Like the singer, Vesta. Anybody know? Vesta is an asteroid I nickname the spiritual warrior. When I think of Vesta and Pallas as well, because they're kind of cousins, they're like two female cousins. By the way, squirrel, all the asteroids are of feminine energy, if y'all didn't know that. Chiron, Vesta, Pallas, Juno, Black Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, Cupido. They all are of feminine healing energy. Understand that. That's powerful in itself. Powerful. Pallas and Vesta rolls side by side. Hey, D Stokes, what's happening? Rise side by side. Hey, Angie. How going? And Pallas is a little bit more brutal than Vesta. Pallas says, I'm knocking you down regardless. I'm getting my way regardless. I'm bringing a whole lot of ingenuity, my resources, and muscle. Pallas is like your cousin that's 6 feet tall that comes, me and my fucking analogies, 6 feet tall that comes in like, who's beating up my cousin? Comes to your school at the end of the school and shows up and the theme music comes on and you're like, oh shit, here comes Sonia's cousin. That's Pallas. She doesn't play. Vesta, it comes with the same vibrato, but Vesta is dope in the sense that she got a baby on her back. She got toddlers on her hip. She got a machete in her hand. She's nurturing. She's a matriarch, but she is not to be played with. That machete bushwhacks the freaking forest and allows us to create a path unbeknownst to what it is we knew yesterday. We have to follow her. Do y'all know Vesta's in Gemini too? Did I say that already? Vesta is in Gemini. Y'all need to look her up and really get into Vesta being in Gemini. 27 degrees, by the way. So she's kind of on her way out, but she's been bushwhacking this Gemini energy, this need to communicate, this need to see the duality. She is a beast, a spiritual warrior that not only gets her way, but creates a way. We are living in some unprecedented times, y'all. On so many different levels, I can break the transiting chart down right now. But when I saw that, I said, oh, happy birthday, Phyllis, or happy solar return to you. I said, oh, we got Vesta on the side. It's going down, folks. Gemini don't deal with emotions too well. So sometimes it's good for that loquacious Gemini energy to be quiet, speechless. Why? So Vesta and its Gemini energy, the sun and its Gemini energy, the North Node and its Gemini energy can figure out a way, hence what I just said or Spirit said through me, and I had no idea I was saying it, figures out a way to plan the next action. Does this make sense, or do I sound like the crazy lady with the Jimi Hendrix scarf on today? I straight felt like I'm just in her today. I'm gonna be her today. This makes sense to y'all? Vesta is that path, that bushwhacker, that like she's setting it off. And all we have to do is listen. Here's the conundrum, and I might have expressed this before. And thank y'all for being patient with me because I'm literally speaking through my emotions. If anybody out there knows me, Nazi Vaughn knows me for 20 plus years, I'm choosing my words because I want to explode, but we can't. Not just yet. If we do, it's premature. We frontliners, we die first, literally or figuratively. So understand, astrologically, it is a thought process. It is all this Gemini energy. It is this Gemini bushwhacking energy. It's like, oh my God, think of the plan. Utilize your manipulative ways in your throat. Gemini energy is a master manipulator when it comes to words and negotiation. Utilize that to not only stay alive, but to plan for the next move, which could be a year from now, on the real, 6 months from now. Are y'all hearing me? So here's the conundrum. We have Mars in Pisces currently. And I know I said this before, but in order to make this particular broadcast crystal clear, I have to reiterate. So bear with me and be patient if you heard this before. With Mars being in Pisces, you know, first of all, that's a direct square to all of this Gemini energy. So in squares, if those that don't know, are challenges. They help us to grow. You know what I mean? It's hard bent. Pisces energy doesn't like Gemini energy. Gemini energy doesn't like Pisces energy because they exist in two different lanes that makes no sense to the next one. Y'all get that? Yes, yes, y'all. So the bottom line is this. If you're going to have a conflict between the season, and I just expressed all of that, right? North Node, Vesta, Venus, even though it's retro, and good God, Sonia, and the sun in Gemini, right? The season is going against the movement, which is Mars. Mars is movement, determination. You understand? Execution, anger, aggression. So Mars in Pisces says, yes, be silent. Mars in Pisces says, utilize, even though I'm going against your head energy in Gemini, utilize the movement of the wave, the Piscean wave to get to where you need to go. Hence that magic carpet ride that I was talking about on Monday. You get that? Bits and pieces of it all coming clear. But And Pisces energy says, because it's alongside Neptune that's in Pisces, again, I'm reiterating, to stay in spirit, stay in music, stay in art, stay above it. Carpet ride. But here is the warning. It will move forward in Aries. Right after Pisces comes Aries, right? That's when Gemini energy is like, okay, I got an ally now. I'm not going against the wave anymore. And this Piscean energy, this intuitive energy that just wants to talk to God and be above this shit in a bubble. I got Mars and Aries now saying, yo, I'm suited. You ready? Why Sonya always got to go back to Yonkers? I'm suited. You good? Aries, Gemini energy. Because you know, Gemini's crazy. It flips. Fuck it. Hell yeah. I've been thinking. I've been planning all this time. No action. Switch. Fucking duality. Like a motherfucker. Right? Switch. I'm rolling with you now, Aries. Let's go. Be careful. How you going to utilize that? How you going to tap into that? Why is it 33 people here and 3 people liked? 333 I'm looking at right now. God is so dope. What? Aries is going to prompt us to move forward on some rah-rah shit if you're not careful when it goes into Aries. I should probably tell y'all when it's going to do that, huh? Let me give y'all an exact date so you are prepared. Because that's how we do. What the hell? What date is that? June 29th. June 29th is when Mars pops into Aries. June 29th. So you're going to see the shift. Trust you're going to see the shift, right? The sun will be in Cancer at that time. So there's another shift that's happening. But there's another square that's happening, right? But there will be 1 or 2 Gemini placements, namely the North Node, that's for damn sure, that's leading us still on that purpose. So when it goes into Aries, the Mars in Aries is going to look for that North Node. It's going to look for Vesta. It's going to look for the bushwhacker. It's going to look for the purpose and says, I'm revved up now. Let's go. Pay attention. Folks around you will get a little bit more antsy. Folks around you going to get a little bit impatient. Aries energy is very impatient. It's very impetuous. It's extremely risk-taking and daring. I love Aries energy because nothing starts without Aries energy. Aries pops it off. However, how are you going to pop it off is the real question, because I want you around for a little while. Not just physically, but around mentally or emotionally. These are the times where people lose their fucking mind, y'all. These are the times where people like snap and go crazy and never come back. These are the times where people jump off buildings or get so depressed and they don't come from this. They don't come out of the hole. So how are you going to utilize that aggression so you don't get stuck? And so you don't get caught in a hole. And so you don't get caught in the hail of fire, gunfire, proverbially and actually. Are y'all hearing this? Consider this speechless on the move broadcast a moment in which we stop to reconsider the plan, the words, separate from the emotion. Be clear on who's helping and who's not, who's assisting and who's not. Be clear that shit is gonna stop once we know what to do. We have to do something. I'm working on some plans and I can't express them right now. But I'm working on some things in my heart, my mind, and my soul to bring us all together beyond this YouTube wonderful platform of the internet. I don't know how it's actually going to unfold, but I know we need one another. I know we need one another more now than ever, but we really have to be smart, not scared, just smart. What's incredible to me right now and what brings up emotion is the fact that, thank y'all for being patient. I just want to say that, is the fact that they're trying to take down God's people. We're all God's children, but there's a bunch of us that is doing some harsh spiritual work to plug in the holes of this goddamn boat, man. And not a lot of people are seeing that. They're not heroes. They're not being talked about. They're not, and listen, accolades are not important. It's just the hard work that's being done and how hell bent that negative energy is going after us to take us all out. You gotta be smart. The emotion comes up from the fact that we're doing God's work and you have no idea what you're doing, killing us, stifling us, holding on to so much hatred that it's literally going to act as gangrene on this planet and take us all out. I don't understand. But what I do know is that I have a handful of people that I love. And I'm going to do my best to continue to come on here and give you what I feel is important, is necessary. And I pray that in some way, 2 seconds of this, a minute of this, you get sparked to create a spiritual fortress that will never ever move and that will only grow and protect those that you love. So when we're in this madness, Mars goes into Aries, the other planets are doing what they're doing, and trust, it's a lot going on, that we can stay protected. And when we emerge on the other side of this, we can experience that vision that I see, the jubilation that's there. I know y'all saying some things, and I'm going to get off because it's almost 30 minutes, and I don't really know how informative this was, but I hope you feel what's coming through again. And just do your part. I'll remain speechless until I really have something to say. Protect yourself. Be careful out there. Start and end your day with prayers and ask all of your guides and your ancestors to follow you and hold you strong. The battle is not with us. The battle is with an energy that really, really wants to take us all out, including itself. It's that sacrificial. It's that fucking bonkers. What is that? Yo, I love you. I really, really do. I haven't met most of y'all, but I love you. Stay safe, okay? I hope this makes sense. Bye.